Okay, so I was thinking about that word braggadocious, because as children, we were always taught that we're not supposed to brag about ourselves. We're supposed to be humble and all that stuff. You were taught that too, right?
Yes, big time.
So, but my mom and dad never said anything about that I can't brag about my wife. And I'm pretty sure that if they were still here living today, they would find it perfectly fine for me to brag about my wife. And they probably would even brag about her themselves. So here we go. I'm going to spend a little time bragging about my wife. Here she is, Pat Martin, owner of Going Home Interiors. And we recently did a job together. We renovated a bathroom, and I didn't want to do it. Honestly, I didn't think we needed to. That bathroom was perfectly fine. She didn't think that it looked right, that it was outdated. So we eventually agreed. And the reason I agreed to it, partly to keep her happy, but also partly because real estate professionals tell us that money invested in a home brings about some of the biggest returns when you do the kitchen or the bathroom. So we decided to go ahead and do the first thing we did was wallpaper removal, right? And
Yes.
that's the part you really enjoy.
No. It ended up being a bigger job to getting the wallpaper off than what it should have.
And then the next thing you did was you hung wallpaper. Mm-hmm. Do you like doing that?
I used to. Not as much anymore, but it's always fun to see each piece go up. Each piece adds to the decor.
Okay, we're married over 40 years. And we probably would attribute 40 years of successful marriage to our faith in God. But another part of that, too, is knowing our limitations. And when we get to a job that requires, say, running a chainsaw, driving a tractor, swinging a sledgehammer, I just know that I'm better suited for that type of thing. And when we come to hanging wallpaper, you're better at that.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't think we would work well together with that.
And so I just stay out and let you hang the wallpaper. And it turned out really nice that way. Then we also put some beadboard along the bottom and a chair rail on top. But you decided to go horizontal instead of vertical with the beadboard, right?
Yes. I just thought that would add just a different look, interesting look. And I think it did. Okay.
Then we did a new floor also. LVF is what we use. That means luxury vinyl flooring. And any flooring job is difficult. We chose that LVF product because it's a very high quality product. It's going to wear a long time. And it is relatively easy to install because you don't have tacks, nails, screws, glue, or anything like that. And so we used it because of that, and we're very happy with the way that it turned out, the way that it looks. And then we did a vanity. We had to do something with that vanity, and we finally ended up using the same vanity. Instead of replacing it, we used the same vanity that is there, and you started by sanding it lightly, and then you cleaned it, wiped it off with mineral spirits, and then what did you paint it with?
I painted it with a chalk paint. It just adds, it's a real flat paint, and it goes on anything you paint it on varnish, and it went on real nice, and I was real happy with it.
And then you put stress marks on it.
Yes.
What's that about?
I distressed it, yes. Well, just to make it kind of fit the decor, make it look old, make it look like I didn't just redo it.
I think it turned out really looking nice. And stress mark, distress?
Distress,
distress.
You distress it.
And then the vanity top.
Well, we found this online. I found this product called stickwood. It's like planks of real thin wood that has an adhesive on the back, and we used that.
Then you put a bunch of sealer on it, right?
About 8 coats of sealer, yes, because to protect the wood, yes.
And then you chose, you purchased a bowl and fixtures.
Yes, and it's kind of a copper look, and so have a lot of copper through, as you'll see, throughout the bathroom.
And then the mirror, you purchased that somewhere, right?
And that kind of really actually tied it all together, tied the bathroom together, because it has a little bit of the copper tone around the edge.
So then we needed a place to hang our towel, the hand towel. And what we found out, I have a brother, Larry, who is incredibly skilled at metal, making stuff out of metal, and he took a railroad spike, and we heated up the forge, and we put that on the anvil, and Larry fashioned that railroad spike into this hook that we could use to hang our towel on. I think it really looks nice, and thank my brother Larry for doing that for us. That corner cupboard, Pat, there's a big story behind that. Where did that corner cupboard come from?
Well, it was in the house that I grew up in. And you and I, my grandparents, so my father was raised in this house, and then I was raised in this house, and then we raised our children in this house. And when we sold it, I said, I'm taking that corner cupboard because my grandfather had put that there. He built it. And
he built the house, or he built the corner cupboard?
The corner cupboard.
Okay.
And yes, I didn't want to let that behind.
Okay, then you did the window treatment, and you did the shower curtain.
Yes. For the window treatment, I did want to somehow incorporate some copper in it because, like I said before, I have some copper throughout the bathroom, copper fixtures, and so I had a wrought iron curtain rod with wrought iron finials, and I painted that. It was black, and I wanted to incorporate the copper look, so I spray painted the black wrought iron and made a valance, and then a cafe curtain underneath it. So the shower curtain that I made, I was real tickled to find a copper tension shower curtain rod. And I didn't have a whole lot of fabric left over from the valance that I had made for the bathroom. And so I just took the little bit I had, and I wanted to make sure that some of the fabric that's in the valance is also in the shower curtain. I wanted to tie the two together. So the little bit of fabric I had left, I used that as my band on the top, and then I also made the style of the shower curtain the same style as the cafe curtain.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing. There's a difference between, on a project like this, getting nice results and getting spectacular results. And the difference is, if you have somebody on the job that with a mind like Pat, who has a unique, intuitive ability to walk into a room, to look at it and see things that other people don't even think of. I'm often impressed by how well Pat is able to stretch dollars for her customers and deliver some really amazing results while staying within their budgetary constraints.